Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Edward Zhang, and today I will be unleashing the brilliance of this AI entrepreneurship journey. In the show, I have found two founders. They have posted the big wins in the Discord group, and they have came together from a business perspective and a technology perspective. I want to introduce you Vadim and Vladimir. They have closed over $50,000 in value in deals, and they have a huge technological expertise. And I just want to share their golden nuggets and the findings with everybody here to help you all with this entrepreneurship journey. So let's start. Let's not hesitate. I want you to subscribe to that channel now. And here we go for the show. Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. And we have the CTO and CEO of what's your company?
SalesBot AI.
SalesBot AI. So why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Vlad. I'm the CTO of SalesBot AI, and we do various kinds of integration of business processes via artificial intelligence. I worked in different spheres before in information technology, almost for 10 years. But when I see the potential of AI, now I am fully busy with new AI features, and it's very nice object to work with.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am Vadim, CEO. So yeah, I run this agency. We do some kind of solutions. We're providing the AI to the businesses, like Prometheus, we give the fire
Yeah.
kind of technology. So it's really cool.
Awesome. So it's pretty interesting that I found you guys because we were going back and forth for about 2 to 3 weeks now on Discord. And we started off because you posted some really big wins in the group chat. I reached out and I had some wins as well. And we're just talking on a daily basis at one point. And, we're just bouncing ideas off each other. We're seeing how we can go from the technology side, how to make more sales. And, what's interesting about you two, okay, that I learned last week is one of you is a Russian background and another one of you is a Ukrainian background, right? And we know exactly what is happening in the world. And it's just so spectacular to have the two of you working together. And I call this making love, not war, or making money, not war. So tell me about how you guys first met.
Definitely.
We first met on one crypto villa on Bali, and I had just a couple of minutes before I went to my fire show lesson. And I just came to business breakfast and told, "Hi everyone, I can do security audit of your smart contracts. I'm small in time, so yeah, everyone is welcome." And then just go. And that's how we first met with Vadim. And then we did some project in cryptocurrency, and then he invited me to do project with AI with him.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now we're in Singapore at all, so it's okay. We are making business together, and yeah, I saw good developer from far and just meet each other and go moving together.
That sounds great. So what how do you guys feel? Because now there's like a lot of hatred between the two countries, right? But you guys are probably setting the right example of how to
Yeah.
work together the right way and without going really political or without any discrimination for where each other is from. That's very rare. So how do you guys deal with that?
If you go to personalities, it's obvious that, I mean, most of people, they are don't responsible for what is going on. And of course, culturally, we are very nearby of each other. So it's very easy to be on the same page in business. And yeah, I see a lot of potential of making business together with Ukraine and with other countries. That's what we should do.
And we
Absolutely.
are expats. So I left the Ukraine a few years ago, the same in Vlad. So that's why.
That's amazing. So let's shift gears, okay? I know that we're talking about some deals from before, and you guys were mentioning that you had a few wins. And I just want you to tell me exactly the step-by-step process of, how you guys got those wins, what those wins are. And I just want you to share with the community, share with the audience, because a lot of people, they are a little bit lost. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for reference experiences. I think if we can provide value from the business perspective and the sales perspective, that will be very valuable for our audience. So feel free, go ahead and let me know how that whole process works.
Yeah. First of all, we are good developers. So we are the product first and later the sales. That's it. A little bit different from the US, for example, but I think it's key to success. We have built our product, some prototype, and just share it to everyone in our social media or our network. And we got some positive feedback from maybe everyone. And our friend, this visa agency owner, really was exciting about it and give us opportunity to implement it into their business. We made it. It sold around 20 visas per week. It was really cool, and we just keep posting, keep improving our quality of products, and sharing this info around our network. So yeah, in 1 month we get a few more response. We build a few more solutions in AI, and just circle. Now we have some recommendation from current clients because it's entrepreneurs, it's business owners. They have the same network, the same niches. It's easy to recommend us. As well as a lot of guys who wanna sell our products in commission base. We are open for that. That's how it's worked. We just make the great product and it sells himself because AI really on hype right now, and OpenAI did all marketing instead us. Everyone already know about AI, so you just need to solve specific problem in a very good way, and that's it.
So just to briefly summarize, you can open tutorial how to make your first chatbot and try to solve a business problem of one of your friends who is entrepreneur, and you will be surprised how many people have a high interest in your chatbot. And then there will be a challenge because from some small tutorial-based bot till a real case solution, you will need to pass away. And yeah, you need to gather feedback from your friends and improve it more and more, but try to get some money from it on the first step. Then you will be happy and motivated, because if you have some real clients and you see real conversations, then it really increases your motivation. So try to do some prototype as fast as possible.
That's amazing. So what you're saying is you start off with a quality product. You pretty much start looking within your community yourself, and you see what the problem is for your entrepreneurial business customers. And then from there, you develop an MVP for them. They tested it, and you go on social media, you kind of broadcast and promote the MVP that you have created. You get more interest, and the money start coming in, deals start coming in, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about, I remember you were talking to me about your deal with the visa company. You helped them sell X amount of visas, and you were talking about the real estate agency that you help serve. Can you just give me like a dollar value in those? Like what kind of problem you're solving? Give me an example, and how much money you're charging them. And finally, I also want to know what, how do I put it? What kind of how much in value you're bringing for them?
Vlad studied math at university, so he can start explaining the numbers.
Yeah. So if you are interested in numbers for real estate agency, they have about 10 workers, and they spend 2 or 3 hours every day for basic discussion with a real client. And this discussion now is made by artificial intelligence. it asks them about your goal of buying a property, about budget, about your preferences. Then it discussed variants from database, and on the final stage, it moves the lead in a CRM system and asks a human manager to connect with this guy. So it saves about 2 or 3 hours every day for every workers. And if you
For 10
multiply
people.
for 10 people, for 10 people. So if we will say that it's 300 days in a year, so you can multiply 300 by 3 by 10, and you will have about 10,000 hours every year. And multiplied by hourly rate, you will get tens of thousands of dollars. And also note that it increases conversion because this neural network replies 24/7, and customers are very happy because they get a result instantly, and in their own language. We even see some discussions in Hindi, in Japanese. So it's not easy to give exact calculation for 1 year because this client is only for 2 months with us, but we already saved about, I don't know,
so far. So
I think it's about $10,000. And our price, it's also a good question. How to give a price to your client? You can estimate the value, how much money do you save for him, and just divide this number by 2. So that's what we did. We estimated what is our value for the client, how much we save, and then divided it by 2, and that is the price for our bot. So it's quite a proper estimation. And for visa agency, I don't remember numbers.
Like the same. So in this way, we just close the deals in around 50K in few months. We just started. So it's pretty cool. I see traction. And we keep moving forward. We charge some setup fee and subscription fee. We do some maintenance and improvements every month. So it's a cool business model. I love it. And yeah, this is great.
So you're saying, let's go back to the numbers right there. You're saying that you're probably saving them $10,000 a month, right? Then when you're charging them about $5,000.
Yes.
So how do you structure that? So you have a setup fee, you have subscription, which is a retainer. What else do you have? Like, can you give me the whole package, how you guys actually price things?
Some setup fee. Setup fee and subscription fee.
It's quite easy.
But setup fee, we're calculating, we just need to know all the requirements for our solution. We do some custom integration to current systems, and it's always different. And we need to understand what type of board clients need, what integrations they need. And after that, we just show them the price for setup fee and maintenance fee. That's it. And after one more thing, in few weeks you will face it. The business owner will ask you to make something else, more solutions, and they will happy to pay you more for this stuff.
I see. So you're basically, what you're saying is, in 1 year, your estimated earnings from this one client could be around $50,000. You go in, you set up I think Liam calls it a Trojan horse. They get a bot that's very simple, and they can apply it immediate to their business. They see the benefits, they see the savings in time and the efficiency that the bot has created. And then they will come back to you, and you can upsell them for additional technology or additional efficiency stacks, so that you guys will fulfill the lifetime value of the customer. So that is, $50,000 a year. To be quite frank with you, from a business perspective, if you talk about numbers, I'm just a big fan of numbers, right? Let's say an average customer sticks around for 3 years. That's $150,000 total lifetime value of a customer, $150,000. And that's quite a bit of money. Just imagine you have 10 of them. That's $1.5 million business, 3 years.
With huge margin.
Huge margin. Your margin's scalable, because in this business, you create the MVP first, right? You create the bot. And what I have seen, because I do a lot of research in the group chats, I go and look at every single subgroups within the different groups we have. And what I'm noticing that is that when you go back to the MVP, people don't spend a lot of effort on the MVP. People are building very simple bots. I have done that myself. I take the simple bot and I go and bring it to my customers. And to be frank with you, they're not very surprised by it. They feel like that it's going to be similar to a banking bot where you go on the internet, you talk to a bank and you click buttons. That's all you do. And my feedback that I'm getting from them is they just want to talk to a real person. They just want to speed up the entire process. So what I have been working on for the past week is secretly in my own little lab, I have been trying to figure out how to develop a content generated AI that sort of simulates a university student. And I'm 80% there. I realize I'm still getting some hallucinations. And sometimes I'm asking questions and the bot is not very intuitive. I'm still getting that. So I think that's my biggest challenge right now. So, and this leads to our next topic, something that is really cool that you're working on, that you were telling me about, which is you have a few bots. You can get a few bots on WhatsApp talking to each other, critiquing each other's idea, and increasing the IQ of the bot. When I first heard that, I was thinking that's super amazing because I had to do in ChatGPT all by myself by hand. I have to come up with an idea from ChatGPT. Let's say I want to come up with my weekly schedule from Monday to Friday, right? 9 to 5 p.m. And I have to go into the second prompt, critique it for me. And the third prompt, improve it based on your previous critiques. And then it will give me some critiques, right? And I realized that by having your solution, you have 5 bots talking to each other, then you get the best answers, you get the best results. So tell me how that works.
Yeah, so actually that's how your mind works. Because when you solve some complex problem, you point yourself in different agents' visions, and observing the problem from different points of view, you get the perfect solution. So it's actually not as complex as it looks like. Basically, we do processing of every message step by step. First, we have a neural network which identifies on which stage of the conversation this customer is. For example, it's a greeting stage, or it's asking about preferences, or it's handling objections, etc., etc. On the second stage, we make a request to our vector database and also to customer database. Just as a raw SQL. So we have a description of SQL table, and neural network make a request to grab top properties from client's database to start to discuss with the user. Then the third neural network tries to extract CRM fields like a budget or phone number or goal of buying a property to CRM. Making a card of the client, and then the fourth neural network summarize everything and make a text reply to the user. And we also played around with the critic neural network, because when they hallucinate, this critic can identify it and say, oh, hi, you made a mistake. There is no such information in the database. Just fix yourself. So with this cycle, two neural networks can improve each one, and it's very amazing to see. So maybe for the next our call, I can prepare some small demo and show you more technical details.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I really happy that we made an integration to CRM system, and also my advice for our listeners is to try not just focus on I will do chatbot, but you should I mean, when sales manager in office works with information, he use a lot of sources of information and manipulate it, like edit card of clients in CRM, for example. So on every stage of conversation, our neural network updates the card of the client and move it through the stage in CRM process. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I was thinking about this. When you show us what you have next week, I'm wondering, is it pretty complex to build?
It
Yeah.
depends on your definition of
Right.
complexity. It's not treatment from cancer. It's not rocket to Mars, but it requires some data engineering, I will say, and system architecture knowledge. But I mean, I think with any skill of programming, you can find your niche. I had some expertise in trading system development and big crypto project development. So of course, it helps a lot. I don't know. Did I reply on your question? I mean, it's not super complex stuff, but it's definitely not something anyone without any knowledge in programming can
Mm-hmm.
do. So it's a good challenge for yourself. It's very interesting. It's a very good opportunity for you to improve your programming skill, especially with ChatGPT, because you can just ask ChatGPT or maybe Cloudy. Cloudy is very helpful for developers because it can process large context of your programming code. It can handle 100,000 tokens. Yeah, try it.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can ask it to give me a prototype of chatbot, add this function, and I think new programmers then they can decrease the time they need to spend to build something like 10 times comparing with me 10 years ago. So
Wow. That's amazing. I like that. I like that tip. I keep on forgetting that anything you need, you can just refer to ChatGPT for help for some reason. Like a lot of things I'm already integrating my life with ChatGPT, but I realize even coding sometimes I'm going back to my old way, which is I want to learn this myself, go to Coursera, go on YouTube, take some tutorials, take some courses. But if you just go to ChatGPT, you're like, hey, I want to build this. It will give you pretty much a general guideline and a milestone, exactly how to build it. That's just so much easier. That's so much easier. So I think that's a reminder for our audience that if you get lost in building these bots, make sure you refer to ChatGPT. You will get a lot of good reference points.
Yeah. So from the business side, answer is if you want to make some long relationship with your clients and you want to get some high ticket clients, some big companies or even middle companies, you need to hire at least one developer. So that's it. You need to be able to build some custom solutions, some custom stuff, and not code solution is great to make some prototypes. Yeah, exactly. But if you want to grow, you need developers anyway.
So let me ask you, because we spoke about this before, which is finding the right developer is extremely important. Now, I know that it wasn't easy for you to find each other, Vadim and Vladimir. So tell me, how would somebody new in this business, in this field, identify, find the right developer? What are the qualities you're looking for, the characteristics you're looking for, so that you can build that long-term relationship, which leads to the compounding effect of the business?
It's the main task for CEO to find the right people. So it's a really complex question. Yes, the first thing I am looking to is the energy, is the interest of the field. So I just sent to Vlad the GitHub repositories and all documents I just found about all this AI stuff. And me and him couldn't sleep for a few weeks. We just working on it the whole day because it's very interesting. So you just need to find someone who very interesting in this field. It's startup, so you need the right people who are ready to work hard in first time, especially, and not just for money, you know. So this is a key point, I think.
I like what you
Also,
said.
a good advice is to live together. Just rent some property, some villa, and spare. I mean, if you do remote calls, remote work, it's not, I mean, I think it's like 5 times less efficient than living and working together.
Yeah.
I don't know how to find proper people. I think I spent all my life to find Vadim.
That's true romance right
Yeah,
here.
I mean, especially for technical people, socialization
Yeah.
sometimes is a field for growth. Be more social active. And
Hmm.
yeah, go to business breakfasts and conferences. You will meet a lot of interesting people.
That's a nice golden nugget right here. I
Really
think,
need good developers. I mean, sorry for interruption. I mean,
yeah.
I think the best work is not on LinkedIn. The best work conditions and projects with a lot of potential is in real life.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last part.
I mean that the work of your dream you probably will find not in LinkedIn by vacancies, but in a face-to-face connection on
Yeah.
conference around your network.
I think that's a golden nugget, which is you want to get yourself out there, maybe to your local city. There's always a tech hub somewhere, some kind of gathering. So you go to your local, unless you're living in a small town somewhere, then you want to go online. But you do want to be in a physical space together. You do want to live together, ideally. You do want to become best friends. I think one thing that Vadim touched on, which is the first couple of weeks you guys couldn't sleep. That was so funny because that happened to me as well. For the first 2 weeks, I'm like, my God, I was so wired on this. I just feel my brain chemistry, my dopamine just keep on releasing. And sometimes I'm working 20 hours. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm working 20 hours studying this, figuring out how this works, building up a sales process, building up presentation so I can present to people immediately. I think this has been a good conversation so far. I want you guys to come back. I want you guys to show us your really cool bots that you have built where it kind of critiques each other. And I think I have a challenge for you for that bot, and for the audience as well. So if you would like to see how Vladimir builds this bot, for example, there's a lot of videos where people actually go through the process of building the bot. If it doesn't take that long, let's say if it's going to take like 20 hours, don't worry about it. Maybe do something easy, right? If it's only going to take a little bit of time, if we can do some kind of tutorial or seminar to show people how you come up with a concept, how to design it, how to create the bot down to, minute detail, I think that'd be pretty valuable. So if the audience would like to see something like that from Vladimir, if you open a sharing, that'd be great. If not, then maybe do 2 critique boxes instead of 5, right? Because the philosophy is the same. Then feel free, the audience, make sure you leave a comment below so that we can have the boys back, the CEO, the CTO back of the salesbot.io, so that they can do some technical stuff for you. We call it the tech magic, right?
Salesbot.ai.co. We
I'm
will
sorry.
send the wrong link. I will send you the proper link.
Yeah,
You can put.
send me the link. Send me the link. I want to play with it. That'd be pretty amazing.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thank you so much. It's so great to have a wonderful audience on this channel, and I hope that we can collaborate more, so that we can provide way more value to the audience who are currently watching the channel. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye bye.